please start investing. If you are watching this and you're in your 20s, you are so far ahead of anyone who's starting in their 40s. I promise you, if you're 20 going, I'll do it later, it's the one thing you shouldn't do later. It's the one thing you shouldn't do later. I know that a lot of people are worried right now about our country, the economy, the state of the world, Elon Musk and Donald Trump wreaking havoc on basically everything, farmers being impacted, people being impacted, rights potentially being taken away. Our national parks might be gone for all we know. They might just sell them off to ExxonMobil or some shit like that. People are worried. We're seeing a lot of big changes happening really quickly that if you're paying attention, you're worried about. And if you're not worried, you ain't paying attention. We might see a lot of things go away, but I'll tell you one thing that isn't going to go away, and that's the stock market. And I know what you're thinking. The stock market is part of the problem, right? This rampant greed, excessive consumerism, all this waste, profits over people, they're part of the problem. You're right. I agree with you. But it's one of these necessary evils. If you want to one day retire, you got to invest. And I know a lot of people say, well, I hate these companies and they're evil, but the reality is they're really all we have. If you're participating in this economy, if you're buying food, if you have a utilities bill, if you pay for the home internet, whatever you do, where you do participate, you're involved with these companies. Whether you like them or not, you're still involved. If something breaks in your car, you go to AutoZone or O'Reilly. If something breaks in your house, you go to Home Depot or you go to Lowe's. If you have a home internet bill or a cell phone bill, you're going to Verizon or AT&T or something like that. If you have an iPhone, Apple, you get the idea. We're supporting these companies by giving them our money. We should be getting something back. We should be investing in them to benefit from the consumption, from the spending that we're doing. Even if we're dialing it back a little bit, which we should all be doing, by the way, we should all be doing it. But if you want to retire, the one thing that isn't going to go away over the next few years, decades, whatever, will be the stock market. It's, I promise you, the only way you'll be able to retire. Most people are not getting living wages. And if they are getting a living wage, they're just scraping by. Everything is going to get more expensive, not just in the next 4 years, but forever. Inflation isn't one of those things that reverses. Prices rarely go down. They might cool. They might not raise prices as dramatically at a certain point, but they're not going to go down widely, right? It's pretty rare. The only way you get ahead is to invest. It is the only way. You have to do it, and you have to start now. Oh, well, we're heading into a recession. What if I wait? We could be wrong. A recession could come in a year, it could come in 2 years, it could come in 3 years. In the meantime, markets could go up or they could go down. It doesn't matter. All you need to know is you have to start now. And I'm picking up on this sense of apathy, right? Just across the board. Everyone's feeling it. I'm 39. I've gone to protests and marches my whole life. Nothing feels like it's getting any better. It actually feels like it's getting worse. So we go to more protests, go on more marches, call your local representative. It doesn't do shit. I don't know what we can do to make big change right now. I'll leave that to the political content creators to talk about. But I know that the way we can secure our future is to invest. You got to do it. The longer you wait, the more expensive it gets. And I sense this apathy and this fuck it, I'll do it later. Who cares? Even for me, I had a couple boxes the other day from Amazon and other places where stuff had arrived in these big cardboard boxes. And they were sitting by my front door, man, for 5 days. And I just looked at them and went, I'll do it tomorrow. I mean, I was going downstairs anyway. I could have just grabbed a box at a time, but I'll do it later. I sense it. I pick up on it. It's happening to me too. I feel it. I feel that apathy and that growing disillusionment and fuck it kind of attitude. So I relate. I understand. But, really start living below your means because things are going to get more expensive. You don't need the gimmicky materialism. You don't need it. The companies are doing their job if they're convincing you that your life sucks, but it would be better if you had this thing. So tune it out. We see 10,000 ads a day. Tune it out. Ignore it. Put the ad blockers on. Put down your phone. Read a book. Go for a walk. Do stuff that's free. Go to the library. live below your means, and invest. And if you're going to say, hey, I want to invest, I just don't know how, you should know that I created this TikTok account around 6 years ago to be the alternative to the guy saying, give me your money and I'll help you. I just help. It's all free. I'm going to show you. If you go right here and you click on the menu, which is right here, everything here is free. There's not even an email sign up like most content creators. They say like, oh, get my free thing. And then you go to get their free thing. And oh, what do you know? You have to put your email on. Not here. It just launches right into the course.